Hi, I'm MTG, and welcome to my channel where I waste my wild cards on meme decks so you don't have to. And today we're checking out an awesome channel member deck commander request from Gazanova. So thank you so much for supporting the channel, being just a wholesome, awesome person to engage with. It's been a blast. And for this deck list that you sent me, I did modify it a little bit, and I kind of broke down in my deck tech as to like why I modified it quite a bit. And I know you said it was safe to do that, so I appreciate it. It gives a little bit more flexibility with like recording, so I really appreciate you. For those of you that don't know like the full context, basically for channel members, if you have like a commander or a deck list that you want me to play, I'll rock that and play it. So today, that's where Gazanova comes in, as they submitted the deck list for Sorin, the Vengeful Bloodlord, that is the Planeswalker, and I made a little bit of modifications to it just because this commander puts you kind of in hell queue, so it's a little bit harder to get some consistent games in, but with that, I hope it's still fun. The deck tech is a lot longer, so very valid if you just want to skip on past it, but I hope it's somewhat informational and helpful for, I don't know, just historic Brawl in general. But yeah, with no further ado, let's just go check out the deck list, and I will see you in a second. All right, here is the deck list. Thank you, Gazanova, for your submission. And I know when we had talked, you said that it was fine to, adjust your list. So I have your original deck list in the description below, and then I also have this list that I modified based on what you sent over. Today we are rocking Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord, their 4 CMC, and a Planeswalker. And what's cool about this is that as long as it's your turn, creatures and Planeswalkers you have or control have lifelink. So that's going to be some interesting synergy because we are in Orzhov, so that means stuff like Heliod Suncrown and like other things that care about life gain can potentially add additional value. So the other thing here that is super fun is actually this -X ability, where you can return target creature card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. So let's say we have just some squishies that are out that we're okay with using as sack fodder, and like Callous Blood Mage that makes a body on ETB, we could sacrifice them, bring them back, and then sacrifice them again for card draw or whatever it is that we're trying to do. The other fun part with this is if we use the +2 ability, we can have 1 damage dealt to target player or Planeswalker, which could potentially trigger a combo that I'll talk about here in a second. So with your list, Gazanova, I know you had mentioned that you were having kind of a hard time feeling like you were consistently able to win or get some wins in with it, or you're having a hard time. I think it was with like hitting your lands and then also card draw, but I could be misremembering that, so apologies for that. But I find like if your deck is struggling out in the world or issues that are coming across, there's a couple of things that you can try to identify, right? It's like 1, am I hitting my land drops? 2, does it feel like I have enough card draw? 3, am I not able to respond to threats on the board? And if I am, is it fast enough in a way that I need to? So some ways that you could kind of go about analyzing that is lands. And typically when I'm playing in Arena, for whatever reason, not having 40 lands, I typically run into just not having enough lands in my starting hand or hitting my land drops. So a really big thing that I try to do just specifically in Arena is make sure I have at least 40 lands. In this case, I think I have 39 just because the CMC overall for everything was pretty low, but I try to stick to that. Again, for whatever reason, in Arena, I do not hit all the land drops that I need. But with, considering like if you're running into issues again with not hitting your land drops, you have 40 lands, then you might want to look at how many like ramp spells. And for me, this is actually pretty low with like when I'm building a deck. Usually I like to have more ramp on hand, just between like Key Archive is usually an auto include for me in most alchemy decks, just because the chance of getting like the extra turn spells or demonic tutor or something like that. But just having like also mana rocks that can provide additional utility with like sacrificing them for card draw can be helpful. In this deck, I think Environmental Sciences is really helpful because again, you're gaining life, which could feed into your overall strategy. And Land Tax is such a good ramp card, and it's only 1 CMC that I think you really want to include it, especially with these newer cards from like Lost Caverns of Ixalan, where they're like discovering and doing all kinds of broken things by like turn 4 or 5. So this is huge. The other thing is card draw, right? Like Esper Sentinel, even though it's not a vampire, it's probably worth adding because you're going to get some sort of triggers off of it. Donna Hope, I think you had in your original deck list. Call of the Ring as well. That's always solid. Dusk Legion Zealot, I love because it's card draw. It's an early game body and it's sack fodder. So it's hits a lot of the check boxes for me. Wedding Announcement, I also like because of the Anthem effect. It creates a body for you that can be sack fodder, or you can draw a card with it. One of my cards that I'm usually scared to play, which I think you also had in your deck list, is Black Market Connections, but we gained so much life in this deck, it's not as much of an issue. But one of my absolute favorite cards is Callous Blood Mage, because you can draw, you can make a body, you can exile someone's graveyard. There's so much utility, so I definitely recommend adding this to your vampire decks if you can. And of course, one of my favorite cards of all time is Yawgmoth Grand Physician. It is so good for removal, for any sort of proliferation effects with your Planeswalker, or just straight up card draw. And on top of that, it also has protection from humans, which can be relevant at times, especially if you're playing against like Mono White or another Orzhov deck. So the other thing too that I had noticed with the deck list is you had removal and you had some cool exile kind of cards, but they were at sorcery speed. And this is just a personal thing, but I don't really like running sorcery speed removal if it's just targeted removal, because a lot of times you need to interact on the stack, especially in like a 1v1 environment. So that's why I like things like Swords to Plowshares, and yes, you're giving your opponent life, but it's better than letting them have like a 10-10 Olamog or something like that you can just deal with right away. I mean, they still do the Annihilator thing, but you know what I mean. And then Get Lost, I think was on your list. Bitter Triumph, Infernal Grasp. The other thing that I do like is D-Spark, because we can try to target some of the gods that are indestructible that you might want to be able to hit. Of course, it doesn't hit like Heliod and stuff like that, but I just think in general it's a really powerful card because it can also hit the One Ring. We have Vanishing Verse to hopefully deal with like Heliod or other kinds of gods like that. Anguish Unmaking, a great one as well, which I think you had in your list. I also love Baleful Mastery. Yes, you can potentially give your opponent card draw, but just being able to exile, especially nowadays, is so heckin' important. And then I also like putting in some type of board wipe that has like a multimodal effect. So either if you need to go for the enchantments, like with your Go Shentais or your artifact decks, you can blow those up. Or if you need to board wipe with creatures, you got that as well. Another thing, because we were in hell queue with this commander, is I tried to put in another win con here that would just let us pop off, especially if we're like super far behind and we know our opponent's going to win if they get another turn. So Veto and Exquisite Blood are an infinite combo where you just need to trigger the life gain once and then it'll just go. So basically what you can do is just use your commander's +2 ability here and it'll get this combo going where you just hopefully win that way. The other thing that I like, and sorry if this is super long, we have like Blood Artist, Cruel Celebrant, and all these other buddies here that drain because this is an alternate win con. So the main way that I see that you're playing this deck is early game you try to get the bonk damage in with your little minions, and then later you try to go for the drain out with sacrificing your squishies, hopefully to win that way. And then with like Nighthawk, Vampire, or other things that have flying can also be good for chip damage if you can't go through your opponent's creatures. Maybe you can go over the top. So apologies if this was super long, but I really wanted to break down my thought process here. So let's go check out the games and I will see you in a second. I'm gonna keep. Might be stupid. But the Yawgmoth and Cletus are some of my favorite cards, so keeping it for the breed. Swap. Not putting in the Blood Artist yet because that will probably just get blown up right away, so it doesn't make sense to put that in unless it's ready to go. So this Cletus will definitely shut down their deck. So I probably don't even want to play Cletus until I have the resources ready for them. Stop on the block step. Okay. Might as well just activate the ability because I can. Look at that. Sending a message to that skeleton. To that skeleton. Man, I really want to put them in, but I'm so scared they're gonna get exiled. I feel like they have to have the swords in their hand, right? If it gets blown up, that's not as sad because Sorin can get them back, but I might just hold off on this and put Sorin in instead. Hopefully we'll get the other swampy source so we can leave Malachir up. We didn't get the other swampy source. Let's put in you. Boop. And then let's go bonk. Boop.
What a mess I made.
Yeah, and then whenever those die... Oh, nom token. Never mind. I got too excited. Steal. Good time, good time. I already know they're probably going to get exploded or something. Darn it. You know? Just putting this in case we don't hit our other land drops. Then we can get Black Market in. And maybe Blood Artist. Because we will start getting that ping damage from them just throwing stuff at us. Kalitas is gold though. Again, super hoping that they don't have the swords, which I feel like they don't because they probably would have used it already. Okay. Okay, okay. Those Swifty boots. I don't care if they destroy the Sorin, honestly. It's just doing like little ping damage anyways right now. Okay. Ooh, so let's start with you. And then we'll put in Blood Artist. And then this will be our backup. Ooh, that's fine. We have Yawgmoth for the card draw if needed. Boop. And then we'll go ahead and attack. Boop, boop. Alright. They're eyeballing Sorin. What you got, friend? I'm kind of tempted with, I don't know. Maybe Kalitas' trigger to eat the Blood Artist in the night and then get back Blood Artist with Sorin. And then put Drana in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eat hook for 4. Okay. It's not going to be a big issue. Okay. So we are going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Get back you. We're going to put in Exquisite Blood. Because we're thirsty. Going for 2. Boop. Siak. Siak. That's sweet. I love Exquisite Blood. The blood. And then this again shuts down their whole strategy because the creatures don't have the death triggers. So again, if they sacrifice it, it's not going to do much. Okay. Let's get back. What else is in here? Yeah, let's just get back Blood Artist. And I'm leaving up the Drana in case they have like a board wipe or something that happens. And I'm going to go ahead and attack. So again, it exiles. Resolve. If Vito was out right now, the combo would be popping off. Wonder what they have. We got 7 mana. They have Breach. I don't think that'll hurt too much. If they blow up Sorin, it doesn't matter because we recast them. I guess we can't recast them, but still, we have like Drana as a backup or anything like that. I think we're okay. Knock on wood. Okay. Interesting. So I think what we're gonna do, we'll have you be the ring bearer. Take action. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I think this makes sense. So we'll put in Yagma. We're going to bring back this friend. And then we're going to put you in. Next, we will use Yawgmoth's ability. Put a -1 counter on that, sacking this friend. We need one. Exile, make a zombie. And then let's pay 1 life. Make you. Sweet. Yep. Blood Artist pings. And then I'm going to sack the Cruel Celebrant. This doesn't matter too much. Okay, Cruel Celebrant. Sack you. Goodbye, friend. Ping. Now they have no blocks. And G heckin' G's. Yes, I did. Thank you. Boop. Feels like a pretty bonky hand. I don't know if I should put this buddy in first, though, but if it draws the removal, it draws the removal. You know? Let's put you in. Trying to go low to the ground early on. Yep. Well, so much for that. Oh, just kidding. Back in action now. Woo! Nice top deck. Okay, let's go bonk. Woo! Bonk. Ooh, I love that card. It's really nice because it taxes the first card someone draws and then reduces yours. Let's put in Callous Blood Mage. Let's draw a card. Okay. And that's a double strike 1/1 and a first strike. I think I'm still going to attack because Sorin can just get stuff back. Or this lovely friend. Oh, they're double blocking. Let's start here. Was a waste. Being too aggressive. Too aggressive. Oh, charging taxes here. No blocks, I think. Sweet. So I'm gonna put in this. Let's do Sanctum Seeker. And I think I will just attack with the Blood Mage. Nice. Very nice. Little trickster combat steps, eh? Okay, that seems good. Let's put in you. And we got 2 5 mana. So I'm going to put in Yawgmoth. And if I attack, they could block, double block a lot of stuff, I think. Do I still do it? I don't think so. But this has protection from humans, so that's huge. There's the bunny. That cute bunny. Be nice, be nice. Yeah, if they attack with Captain, I'm blocking with Yawgmoth. Okay, they must remember how that card works. Let's get you in. Resolve. We're gonna -1, 2, 3 get Callous Blood Mage. And then I'm going to choose to make this pesky dude. And then we'll just hang out. So in that way when they attack we could just declare blocks and then I can sack those two. Put minus counters. I'm gonna wait for them to... Ooh, my rail's good. Okay. Well, that's on the stack. We will put a -1 counter on that. Sack you. And then while that's on the stack, sack you. Resolve. It's gonna be a big problem though. I'll let it hit my face. Okay. We have a few options here, I think. What do we have in here? Okay. Let's start with this. It's got Death Touch. Do this next. And then we want to leave Malakermeyer, I think, up. So that's plus you. And or Malakir Rebirth. Actually, that won't matter, will it? Because Myrel won't let us activate that. So to kind of deal with Myrel, I would almost have to sack my whole board right now, unfortunately. Which I don't want to do at this moment. So I want to hold on. Ooh, that's a good one. It's actually going to be a really big problem. Double checking. Yep, it's a human. Okay, perfect. If they're attacking with Myrel, turn. So we'll block here, block here. Sweet. Okay. Man tower. Let's get back you, I think.
You belong
And
to
then
me
we'll
now.
use you to get back, I think, Callous Blood Mage. Let's create a little pesky buddy. And then I'm going to target Callous Blood Mage. And then Yawgmoth. Going to put a counter on you. Sack you. Sweet. Ooh, Veto's huge. Okay. Then we will once again put another counter on that. Sack you. We will do this. Heliod's also huge. Then we will go in on you, sacking you. Okay. And now we don't have to worry about Myrel as much. Sweet. And that'll be my turn, I think. We drew a lot of cards. Yawgmoth being clutch as always. Clutch as always. And then we have enough to actually cast both of these. Ooh, that's gonna be huge. Okay, okay. Seems good. Seems good. Okay, same story. We'll put you in front of you. And let's put you in front of you. I love that Yawgmoth has protection from humans. That's been super relevant. Yes. Sweet. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna do this just to make sure my rail can't come back. Then I'm gonna put in Veto. Heliod. And I'm going to do... what makes the most sense here? Let's actually just bring back a blocker, I think. Let's get... that's going to be relevant too. But let's do this first.
Embrace the bloodlust.
And then Sanctum Seeker is going to attack. Depending how they block here. Okay, so they are double blocking. Yeah, so let's do this. We will sack. Let's put a -1 counter on you, I think, right? Because 4, 5, yeah. And let's sack this friend. Put a counter on you. Perfect. So now they should survive that. Next. Boop, boop. Gain some more life. Deal 6. Put a counter on... let's put on... oh goodness. Yagma. End turn. Okay. Chaos. Seems good, seems good. Alright. Whew. That was intense. GG's opponent. This could be kind of a greedy keep. I'm gonna do it. Boop. And then I should have done Castle Lockthwain first. Hopefully we'll get a untapped land off the top. I kind of goofed. I wasn't paying attention. I was so excited. Okay, not a total failure here. I at least could still play something. Yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself. Should have put Castle Lockthwain first, so hopefully that doesn't hurt too much. Okay, let's do our friend here. Tekuthul out so early with the Trox is kind of a big deal, though. We are in danger. We're in danger. Oop. Especially if they have any sort of like toxic stuff. That'll be super spooky. Okay, hit our 3rd land drop at least. Let's attack. Doesn't matter too much for them because they're going to gain 4 here. I think we're going to help them punch us though. There's the toxic. Boop, boop. I think we need to do black market. No attack. Blood Chief will probably have to get in here if we can get our next land drop. Well, actually, we will, because we're going to make the treasure with Blurk. I almost said Blurk Market. Oh my god, goosebumps. This will be interesting, though. Cordial Vampire would be good. Actually, what I could do... We're going to be low on our life here. Just hitting us in the air more than anything. Let's do this. Because we need to draw. Okay, that wasn't super helpful. What do I do here, man? What's going to gain us the most life? I put this friend in. Have it do a pest token. Does that make sense? Or do I put in 2 bodies here? Maybe I do that. Let's put this friend in. This friend. I don't know if that was stupid. Okay, no attack. We might just die in the air though. I guess I did have a blocker in the air that I could have put in to help reduce what I was going to take, but... Okay. So I'm going to put this friend in front. Because we do not want to get toxic counters on us. Proliferate my stuff if you want. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Let's do treasure. And we play this. We won't be able to play Get Lost, unfortunately. So let's put this in. Yeah. And then let's attack here. They take it. Okay. End turn. I'm hoping this Get Lost can resolve. So Get Lost. Destroying that. Assuming it resolves. They probably have the counter, the protection. Yeah. Bummer. Bummer. Well. Good game. Put you in front of you. Yep, not enough. Oh well. It's hard to beat when they had super bonky start. This seems like it could be good. I like that we have a card draw source and 2 dual lands in our starting hand. Who are we going against? Ooh, Queen all in all. That might be tough to deal with, but let's see how it goes. So thinking Concealed Courtyard, Dawn of Hope, Eldritch Mystic in the house. Let's do you. Let's get you in. And let's see. Let's offer a trade. Take the damage. So then I think Preacher is going to go in next. Worst case, we do have this Cleansing Nova. Yep. Oh, and Infernal Grasp now, so that's always a positive. I'm not going to attack. Nice. Okay. Gala Graders is good. We got Blood Gas going. I think we're gonna blow up Gala Graders. And then let's put in this friend. And let's see if they want the trade. Oop, nope. Okay. I don't think we need to put Sorin in yet. Oop, that's a good one. Arcane Signet. Seems good, seems good. So thinking Indulgent Aristocrat sacrifices Bloodghast. Put a +1 counter on things. Okay, we're passing. Yeah, okay. Let's put it down on a swamp. And then, yeah, I think the plan still is to... Oh, I missequenced that. Oops. I should have waited to do the land drop after I attacked, so Bloodghast would have come back. So there you go. Sequence it for yourself in a smarter way, I guess, because that was stupid of me. But oh well. Life happens. Okay, not punished. +1 counter on all the things. Oop. I haven't been getting my card draw stuff, but I had to do combat tricks. Mari's Wake is very good. When the queen has entered the chat. She's got things to say to us. Ooh, Blood Chief is good. Take action. Okay, let's get you in. And I don't think they're gonna block my Death Toucher. Sweet. That's huge too, because they don't have any flying right now. Siak. I'll get Sorin in maybe next. Or actually, this Bloodthirsty one's probably the better call here. Okay. They're trying to knock down Drana. They have the swords in their hand. I do have Cleansing Nova, and we haven't gotten much from this Dawn of Hope, but that's also because I haven't been leaving mana up for the draw. Oh, bummer. Don't have the 2. But I think we'll be okay. Sweet. Yeah, let's start with you. That's all we have in our graveyard. I'm going to attack here and here. Oh, I probably should have done Drana too. Oops. Didn't matter. G heckin' G's. Alright friends, hope you had fun watching. So as far as like MVP cards that really stood out to me, I think obviously Yawgmoth, just the utility that you get, the card draw, the removal, and just so much shenanigans, it's super clutch. The other card that we didn't really get to see a ton of, but is super good and sometimes can eat a lot of removal, but if you can get to the 20 counters on there, it's kind of game over because you bonk for 20 damage and your opponents have no blockers. So this is really fun. And if you are destroying stuff and you happen to have Blood Artist out, that could just be a game over moment in and of itself. So I don't know, I really love it, and I hope this was a fun deck list to see in action. But yeah, thanks so much for your submission, Gazanova, and thank you so much for your heckin' support with the channel, and for all of you other heckin' lovely channel members. Means a lot. So hope you all have a good one, and bye.